Imagine a world where your thoughts can directly control the world around you. This is not science fiction. It is the reality being built today by a company called Neuralink. Founded by the well-known entrepreneur Elon Musk, Neuralink is at the forefront of developing a revolutionary brain-computer interface, or BCI. This tiny device, often called a brain chip, is designed to be implanted directly into the brain. Its primary goal is to create a seamless link between human consciousness and digital technology. For people who have lost the ability to move, this technology offers a new form of independence and a chance to reconnect with the world in ways that were previously impossible. The interest in this groundbreaking technology has been immense. As of October 2025, an astonishing 10,000 people have eagerly signed up for Neuralink's patient registry, all hoping for a chance to participate in the clinical trials. This overwhelming response highlights the profound need and hope for solutions that can overcome severe physical limitations. These are individuals living with conditions that have left them paralyzed, such as media group, young person in wheelchair, spinal cord injury patient in hospital, doctor consulting with paralyzed patient, stock, distribute equally, spinal cord injuries, or motor neuron disease. For them, the prospect of controlling a computer or a robotic limb with just a thought is not merely a convenience. It represents a fundamental restoration of agency and a significant improvement in their quality of life. Currently, the journey into this new frontier is a careful and measured one. The technology is still in its experimental phase, which means it is only available to a small, select group of individuals through highly regulated clinical trials. As of today, 12 brave pioneers have received the implant, with plans to include another 13 people by the end of this year. These participants are helping scientists and engineers understand the real-world capabilities and challenges of the N1 chip. They are the first generation of users, providing invaluable feedback that will shape the future of this technology and determine how it can be safely and effectively used to help millions more around the globe. The process of receiving the implant is a marvel of modern medicine and robotics. To ensure the highest level of precision, Neuralink has developed its own specialized surgical robot. This machine is capable of inserting the device's ultra-thin threads into the brain with micron-level accuracy, a task far beyond the steady hand of even the most skilled human surgeon. However, the procedure is not fully automated. A trained neurosurgeon carefully oversees the entire process, performing critical steps like the initial craniotomy. This partnership between human expertise and robotic precision is essential for ensuring the safety of the patients and the success of the implantation, paving the way for a scalable and accessible procedure in the future. The Neuralink N1 chip is a small, sophisticated device that functions as a bridge between the brain's electrical signals and an external computer. Once implanted, its incredibly fine, flexible threads are positioned in the motor cortex, the part of the brain responsible for planning and executing movements. These threads contain electrodes that can detect the neural activity associated with a person's intention to move. When a person simply thinks about moving a computer mouse or clicking a button, the chip captures these specific brain signals. It then translates these signals into digital commands that can be understood by a computer, all transmitted wirelessly through a Bluetooth connection. At present, eligibility for the clinical trials is strictly limited to individuals with severe paralysis. This focused approach allows researchers to concentrate on helping those with the most urgent needs. The first participant to share his story publicly was Noland Arbaugh, a young man who has been paralyzed from the shoulders down for 8 years. For him, the implant has been life-changing. He now uses his mind to interact with his computer, allowing him to media group, paralyzed person browsing internet on computer with assistive technology, close-up of computer screen with web browser and stock, distribute equally, browse the internet, communicate with friends and family, and engage in activities that many of us take for granted. Before the implant, these simple tasks were impossible for him to perform on his own. The impact on daily life for these trial participants has been profound. Patients are using the Neuralink device to control computers with remarkable precision, moving cursors across a screen just by thinking. They have been seen, media group, patients playing Mario Kart video game, disabled person using game controller with adaptive tic-tac, Staka distributor equally, playing video games like Mario Kart, demonstrating a level of control that allows for complex and fast-paced interaction, operating assistive technologies like robotic arms to perform physical tasks. The data shows significant engagement. The average patient uses the interface for about 7.5 hours each day. One dedicated user has even logged over 100 hours in a single week, showcasing just how integrated the technology can become in a person's daily routine. This ability to translate thought into action is restoring a sense of control and engagement for people who have been trapped within their own bodies. Noland Arbaugh has described the experience as empowering, giving him the ability to stay up late playing games or learning new things online without needing assistance from a caregiver. The technology is not just about performing tasks. It is about reclaiming independence and the freedom to act on one's own intentions. It's a powerful demonstration of how a direct link between the mind and a machine can overcome physical barriers, opening up a new world of possibility for those living with paralysis. While the current focus of Neuralink is rightly on medical applications for paralysis, Elon Musk's vision for the technology extends far beyond that. He often speaks about a future where the brain-computer interface is not just a tool for restoring lost function, but a means of enhancing human capability. Musk envisions a day when Neuralink could help people who are blind to see again, or allow those who are deaf to hear. He proposes that future versions of the chip could bypass damaged sensory organs and feed visual or auditory information directly into the brain's processing centers, effectively creating a new form of sight or hearing. This ambitious roadmap also includes more speculative and futuristic applications. Musk has talked about achieving a symbiosis with artificial intelligence, suggesting that a BCI could allow humans to merge their own intelligence with the vast processing power of AI. In this scenario, the chip would act as a high-bandwidth connection between our biological brain and a digital superintelligence, potentially augmenting our memory, creativity, and problem-solving abilities. He has even floated ideas like streaming music directly to the brain, eliminating the need for headphones, or enabling a form of telepathic communication where people could share complex thoughts and ideas without speaking. Perhaps the most startling of Musk's long-term goals is the concept of digital immortality. During a live-stream event in July of this year, he speculated that the technology could one day allow a person to upload their entire consciousness, their memories, personality, and experiences, and store it digitally. This saved consciousness could then, in theory, be downloaded into a new host, such as a robotic body, or even a clone. While this idea ventures deep into the realm of science fiction, it reflects the ultimate ambition of the project: to fundamentally transcend the limitations of the human biological form and redefine what it means to be human in the digital age. These future possibilities paint a picture of a world drastically different from our own. The leap from helping a person with paralysis play a video game to uploading a human mind is enormous, involving scientific and technological hurdles that are currently insurmountable. However, this grand, long-term vision is what drives the innovation at Neuralink. It pushes the team to think beyond the immediate challenges and to build a platform that could one day serve as the foundation for these extraordinary advancements. The journey begins with restoring movement, but the destination, in Musk's view, is the complete integration of humanity and technology. As with any technology that touches the very core of our being, Neuralink's brain chip raises profound ethical and safety questions. While the potential benefits for people with paralysis are clear and compelling, the idea of implanting a device into a healthy brain for enhancement purposes opens a complex debate. A recent report from Morgan Stanley called Brain-Computer Interfaces the New Frontier for Humanity, but also pointed to the significant moral, ethical, and legal regulatory considerations that we must confront. We must ask who gets to have this technology, and what happens if it creates a new divide between the enhanced and the unenhanced in our society. Safety is, of course, the most immediate concern. The brain is an incredibly delicate and complex organ, and implanting any foreign object carries risks, including infection, tissue damage, or unforeseen long-term side effects. While Neuralink is using advanced robotics to minimize surgical risks, the technology is still in its infancy. No brain implant from any company has yet received full FDA approval for commercial sale. They all remain in the clinical trial phase. Rigorous testing and long-term studies are essential to ensure these devices are safe for widespread use. The well-being of the pioneering patients in these trials must remain the highest priority. Beyond physical safety, there are deep concerns about privacy and security. If our thoughts and memories are connected to a digital network, they could potentially be hacked, monitored, or even manipulated. Who owns the data that is collected from a person's brain? Could a corporation or government access your innermost thoughts? These are not just technical questions. They are fundamental questions about personal freedom and autonomy. Establishing strong regulations and unbreakable security protocols will be absolutely critical before this technology can be considered for use by the general public, especially for the kind of AI symbiosis that Elon Musk envisions for the future. We stand at the beginning of a new chapter in human history, one where the line between biology and technology is beginning to blur. The work of Neuralink offers incredible hope for restoring function and independence to those who have lost it. Yet, it also presents us with a set of challenges that we must navigate with wisdom and caution. The journey toward a future of brain-computer interfaces is not just a technological one, it is a human one, filled with promise and peril. As we move forward, we must continually ask ourselves, what kind of future do we want to build with this powerful technology?